Moist Critical has been getting a little bit of heat recently, like a tiny bit of heat because of a video posted to his his other channel. So if it was onto his main channel, he'd probably get a bit more heat than what he's getting right now. I bet he's getting heat on Twitter. You know how Twitter is. But he's getting some heat. The heat is there. It's a little spicy, and it's talking about the Mr. Beast video he's in. He's not talking about any specifics, just like the people he met, and like stuff surrounding it, but not the details of the event itself. And he, someone in chat asked him, because his other channel posts clips of his stream. So people in this chat asked him, "Hey, did you meet Logan Paul?" He's like, "Yeah." He was wholesome. He was nice. And people freaked out in the comments. In the comments, people freaked out. The chat didn't question him or anything, or if they did, he didn't really talk about it any further. Which is, I don't know, it's a bit odd, but okay. But the comments of that video went wild. They're like, hold on a minute. Didn't Logan Paul, he has a giant, rep sheet, right? So it's like, didn't Logan Paul tase a rat, leave his pig for dead, leave his parrot to his dog for dead? Speaking of that dog got he basically surrendered it because he doesn't know how to train a dog. and then another one of his dogs died due to coyotes because he didn't put a fence up. And then he berated one of his friends on the podcast because he wanted to control that guy's whole life and branding him and such. And then brought this guy named something Lee, a comedian in giant air quotes, who also sexually assaulted, and sexually assaulted sounds huge, right? And basically touched him inappropriately, that friend, right? And that friend left. And then Logan Paul had a boxing match with KSI, but it was rigged. And we know Logan Paul had a bit of beef with Gideon. Logan Paul calling Gideon fake, despite Logan Paul being fake in literally everything he does. Prime has microplastics in it, but I guess that's not really much of a surprise. Everything has microplastics in it, but it's important because Moist Critical actually discussed that, and he said the same thing. Everything has microplastics in it. These people are just trying to make a quick buck by suing Prime, which was really defensive, honestly, on his side. So and then Logan Paul, I don't know what he. Oh yeah, that's right. Let's not forget the crypto zoo scams, the refund, which isn't even a refund, and you're not even allowed to talk about it. He did all that, and he filmed a dead body in the suicide Japan forest or whatever. He did all of these things, all of these very, very borderline criminal, definitely asshole activities, right? And Moist Critical, he says that he's a wholesome and nice guy. But I think what people are missing here is the fact that it's not like he said, "Oh yeah, he's a good guy." He didn't say he's a good guy. He said he was nice and wholesome in person. That's all he said, right? He didn't say, "Oh, he was actually a good guy." Man. That's all, that's what people are missing. People think that Moist Critical is somehow now defending Logan Paul. That's not what he's doing. He just said he was a nice and wholesome guy in person, right? He's not defending Logan Paul. I think Moist Critical is one of the biggest haters of Logan Paul, honestly. One of the biggest haters. But hey, maybe I'm wrong, right? Later he's gonna make a video called addressing the allegations, and if you're like, you know what? I love Logan Paul, man. I love drinking Prime every day. I don't know. Maybe Moist Critical will make that video soon, and I'll be looking like a clown with makeup all over my face and pie all over my face, right? Maybe. But it's still interesting though, right? That people would get angry over such a tiny little thing, right? I would like to point out that if you look at the roster of that Mr. Beast photo that he posted on Instagram, a lot of people had controversy behind them in that picture. It's not just Logan Paul. There's KSI in there. Jay Slat, he had controversy. I don't know what he did. Despite me always being the guy who had to bring up controversy that a YouTuber has, I have no clue what he did. I forgot. But yeah, all of those YouTubers mostly have had controversy behind them. Even Mr. Beast, right? We're always all like, oh, he never fakes a video. But then it turns out Iraq, one of his close associates, fakes videos. And with association, maybe Mr. Beast fakes videos too. That's a video for another day. That's a video for another day, but it's just interesting, right? How like the YouTube industry has become a sort of industry, really. It's like YouTubers protecting YouTubers from other things, you know, streamers protecting other streamers from other things, etc., etc. Meanwhile, the victims are being quieted. It really is becoming like YouTube is becoming Hollywood. It's actually a little scary. You can't trust a single YouTuber, dude. And of course, they even they have said this because the YouTubers are, you know, you like to think they're more, you know, what human. It's weird to say human. It's a bit like saying like they're robots or something. They're not robots, but the YouTubers like to think they're more humility. They have more humility than those Hollywood people, and I would agree, but they're becoming more like Hollywood. So it's hard to tell. It's hard to differentiate between the two, right? And with that, you get people, you know, like I said, defending each other. And then, you know, like I'm saying, YouTube is becoming more like that. And when controversies stir, people like Mr. Beast will still like collab with these controversial YouTubers, especially Mr. Beast. IShowSpeed was scammed his fans, at least tried to, and he had people still love him. Mr. Beast brought him on twice already. You can point at any YouTuber in his roster, and I'll tell you, man, there's controversy behind every single one of them. It's crazy. It really is like Hollywood level stuff, and they're trying to cover it up, you know. And I think Logan Paul is just one of the bigger examples of that. I mean, come on, a refund that forces you to keep quiet if you take the refund? That's such a Hollywood thing, dude. Holy shit. Isn't YouTube so weird nowadays? It's just not the same as it used to be. Right? At first it was just awkward people making YouTube videos. And then they realized they could make money out of those YouTube videos, so it started becoming a content farm, and still kind of a content farm. And now it's becoming basically slop to feed you every day. And sometimes the YouTubers are real, sometimes they're not. They sound so fake. And it's hard to differentiate between what's reality and what's not anymore. And, you know, these controversies come out. It's not oh, I never knew this could happen to my favorite YouTuber, despite it happening to other people's favorite YouTubers. It's just actually insane. The landscape of YouTube right now. Is this what happens when you are, you are getting so much money you can even count on your fingers, in your head, that you become corrupted by that idea of money? And when you're surrounded by other people who are corrupted by that idea of money, that you just get even more corrupted, that your ideals are no longer what they used to be. Literally watch a bunch of these popular YouTubers, watch their old videos. Because in their old videos, some of them show their real selves. They sound like real people. More real than they are now. And Mr. Beast is a giant showcase of that. I actually did this thing one day where I would just watch his old videos in a row. And he was just telling his stories, telling his stuff, his life sometimes. That stuff was real. With a mix with comedy and other stuff in it. But it was still real. And then, it's 2024. He has that loud YouTuber voice. He has that quick pace editing in his YouTube videos that a lot of content farms have nowadays, where they're just making the same shit over and over again. I mean, of course, he started a whole entire trend of content farms because of his ideas, and there's nothing wrong with that. You know, like he can control that. But what I'm getting at is these YouTubers went from real people that you subscribe to because they felt real, and they were good people. They were good people, right? And now they're what? they're lying. They're fools. I don't want to sound like some sort of fear-mongering, goofy person who's like spouting out conspiracies, right? Because it's not a conspiracy. This is real. This is actually what YouTube is like. And I don't want to, I don't want to deter you from watching other, like, YouTubers' content. If you still like whatever YouTuber you're watching, watch their content. I still watch Mr. Beast, despite thinking thinking all of his shit is like super fake. Well, not even on like a does he fake his videos type level, just a fake personality type levels. Because it's still entertaining, right? It's entertainment at the end of the day. Watch what you want to watch, right? But at some point, you're gonna have to like draw a line where it's all like, when does entertainment breach, like, like, when does that stuff stop becoming entertainment because it's just too fake for you, right? And I've seen a lot of comments of like a bunch of videos that are like, oh, this guy did something, this girl did something, right? And there's always those comments are like, so what? At least their videos are entertaining. It's like, are you gonna keep eating shit? And are these YouTubers gonna keep giving you shit and you're just gonna keep eating it, right? Just because it's entertaining shit? Is that what I'm hearing from you? Like, it's weird when people say that. It's like, do you have no shame? Do you have no integrity? You just stop watching that person because they're fooling you. They're fooling you. They're trying to squeeze all the money out of you. I don't know. This was a bit of a rant, but I just feel like modern YouTube is so fake, garbage fakeness, If there is like a semblance of realness in everybody of these modern YouTubers that are rising to fame, but all of that is just buried by the amount of fakeness and shit. It's honestly such a shame. Really such a shame.